Hello, good morning to one and all present there. This is Dr. Vignesh Kumar, Associate Professor from PSN College of Engineering and Technology in Tirunelveli, it's an autonomous institution. Now we are going to discuss about the topic in surveying. Here we discuss about some modern surveying instruments. So surveying to identify the relative position above or below the surface that it is called as the surveying. So survey contains five bases. First one is the decision making. What kind of instrument we are using, what kind of method we are focusing, what's the final point location, then it is called as we are make the set out, it is called as the decision making. Second one is the field work and data collection, making the measurement and recording the data in the field, then it is called as data collection and field work. Third one is the computer and data processing, like we are going to calculate the height of the area and using the radius level, using the formula like height of collimation or rise and fall method, then it is called as computing and data processing. Next one is the mapping and representation. Mapping and representation is a plotting the surveying details in a map, plot or chart, then it is called as the mapping of data representation. And next one is the categories of surveying. One is the plain survey and second one is the geodetic survey. We consider the S surface as a flat, then it is a plain survey. It is used for the small area less than 250 kilometers square. It's a geodetic survey, then it is used for the large area. But the earth curvature effect, it will be added in the account. For example, a straight line will be considered as a curve only in the geodetic survey. It's considered straight line in the plan survey. So next is the types of survey. Photogrammetry survey. Photogrammetry survey means we are going to get the map or details everything in the by the camera or other sensor carried out in the airplanes and satellite, then it is called as photogrammetry. Boundary survey, then especially we are going to get the details of boundary, that for boundary for a area or nation also, it is also called as boundary survey. Next one is the engineering survey. Then we are providing the points and elevation for the building civil project like building or apartment construction, everything it is called as a engineering survey only. Next one is the topographic survey, collecting the data, preparing the map for natural and man-made features like a geology map. We are preparing the road map, railway network map, everything is coming under the topographic survey. Next one is the route surveying. In the route surveying, then it is called as a long narrow projects like associated with the highways, road lines, pipeline, everything is considered as a route survey. Next one is a hydrographic survey. We are measuring the shorelines, bottom of the water bodies, as well as the fisheries men go to the particular location for the to get the fishes, and that water route networks, everything is stamped as hydrographic survey only. For example, in that surface water flow area, everything is stamped as hydrographic survey only. And surveying, it's beginning in Egypt around 1400 BC and gives everyone this is a basic history of surveying. From the 18th and 19th century only, we are going to get the survey, especially by the English. So these are the some old instruments are utilized in the survey like chain, ranging, crash staff, steel bend, tape, plane tables, compass like a prismatic compass, surveyor compass, leveling staff, dumpy level, tilting level, theodolite, vernier theodolite, transit theodolite, non-transit theodolite, digital theodolite, analog theodolite, tachometers also. So from the modern instrument are already developed from the 1970s. It's a various kind of modern instruments are already developed now, like EDM, electronic theodolite, total station, GPS. GPS is nothing but a global positioning system. That's it. So conventional methods, what's the uses means, chain survey is utilized only for the distance measurement. Compass survey is used for the direction measurement. Dumpy level utilized for the oral calculation, as otherwise elevation level calculation only. Plane table survey, it utilized for the distance and direction measurement. At the same time, they will prepare a site plan, because in the plane table they will fix the on A3 sheet in the top of the plane table, and they will draw the sketch plan also at the particular same time. From the sketch plan they can able to identify the length of the inaccessible locations also. So next one is the theodolite. In the theodolite, it will utilized for the distance and angle measurement in the vertical mode. At the same time, the tachometer is there. In the tachometer, two vertical hairs, then they can able to identify the horizontal distance and directions also. So Dismat, in the Dismat, it's also identify the distance measurement. And electronic theodolite, in this electronic theodolite, it is used to identify the angle measurement, but in the digital mode. Next one is the tortoisization. The tortoisization is conveyed, it is used for the all this kind of steps. In this tortoisization, there is a it's termed as electronic theodolite plus EDM. It is called as tortoisization. So from this tortoisization, we can able to get the horizontal distance, horizontal direction, vertical distance, vertical direction, elevation, calculation, everything within a fraction of second. We can able to manipulate using the tortoisization. So next one is the global positioning system, GPS. GPS, it is nowadays it's very useful in the every mobile phone. From this GPS, we can able to track a particular location. We can able to go through that. At the GPS, it's mainly used for the navigation purpose and tracking purpose also. For example, in a wild area, the animals are mainly tracked using the GPS only. So in the GPS, it is developed by the US only. In the US, they are having a 31 space satellites, particularly for the GPS. So these are the modern instruments. First one is the electronic theodolite, EDM, auto level, dating level, laser distance meter, total station, GPS. So this instrument only we are going to discover that some little bit of things only. So this is the instrument. So first one, we can able to see that this is the laser instrument, and this is the dumpy level, this is the digital theodolite, and GPS, and EDM, electronic distance measurement, and water level measure, and measuring wheel, and measuring tape, surveying rope, everything is there. So this also instrument used for the vertical angle measurement and vertical distance measurement also. So this is a model instrument like tortoisization and GPS. And the first one, this one is the EDM, this is the tortoisization, this is the dumpy level, and this is the GPS. So electronic theodolite. For a precise surveys, vernier theodolite are replaced by the modern theodolites, such as optical and electronic theodolite. So in the vernier or optical theodolite, there is a problem that vernier and analog theodolite, there is a problem. We can't able to get the reading very clearly. But in the digital theodolite, we can able to get a horizontal angle and vertical angle in a digital screen. As a small level of adjustment also, the function will vary. So from that thing, we can able to get the reading as soon as possible. So next one is the electronic distance measurement. In the electronic distance measurement, it usually is to carried out, it is carried out the microwave or infrared carried signal. From that thing, we can able to get the sloping distance, otherwise the horizontal distance within a fraction of second. From that thing, and next one is the auto level.
So the auto level is it's a most common leveling instrument. So previously everyone they are using the dumpy level that today they are using the auto level, because the auto level, with the auto level we can able to do the work fast. The chances of error is too less, because adjustment when everything is okay, then that what time only the instrument will be activate. At the same time the range, the focus visible range also too high. So due to that thing, the image clarity everything is there. So due to that, chances of leveling error it will be too less. And next one is the digital level. So in the auto level it is most extensively used. In the digital level 60% faster than automatic leveling. So here eliminating, here the errors are automatically eliminated. The values are directly imported to the computer. At the same time we can able to measure the particular area within a fraction of times. So next one is the laser level. So laser, in the it is the advanced level of instrument. In this laser level they will have the laser range feeder in that area. From that thing they can able to calculate the distance within a fraction of second. So they will utilize the formula distance equal to speed of light into time by 2. So next one is the laser distance measurement. So laser level they can able to use for the laser altitude reduce level calculation, but laser distance measurement it's like a one small phone kind of instrument. From that thing we can able to directly send the laser pulse, that they will find one obstacle. After that it will be reflect, then we can able to get the reading. It will be utilized for the night time also. So next one is the GPS. GPS is a global positioning system. In the global positioning system 24 satellites are already used, but in that GPS nowadays in the 24 another 7 satellites are extensively they are added. So now 31 satellites is there. From this 31 satellites we need to get the reading from minimum 3 satellites, then only the accuracy will be there in the global positioning system. So this the on portable GPS unit. In this GPS unit you can able to see the zoom in zoom out button is there, and the click stick on is there, and power button and page button is there. So in this page button it's used to identify what's our satellite range, how many satellite we can able to get the reading, and a click stick it's like a reference button, and zoom in zoom out button she has to used for to identify our location in a precise manner. And normal batteries also used in that thing. We can able to see that they will give the reading like latitude, longitude and height levels also. So this is the satellite page. We can able to click the page button there, the satellite page will be there. In that thing the total around 24 satellite is there, means we can't able to get the 24 satellite within a fraction of second. What they will do, how many satellite will occur there for particular area, 5 or 6 satellite will occur. They will give the readings and the degree, minutes, seconds in that level. So it is called as the UTM projection mode. So in that thing we can able to see that some satellites are marked as a black color, some satellites are not marked in the black color. So some satellites marked in the black color means the threshold will be there in the graph sheet. In the threshold is occur that the readings are get from the satellite. So that particular satellites only will be highlighted in that thing. So when we in the previous slide we can able to see that the accuracy will around 58 feet, and the next slide we can able to see that the accuracy is 9 feet. When we get the number of satellites feed only, we can able to get the reading values. Reading accuracy is too high. At the same time, you can able to see that in the location also the latitude and longitude information also will be varied. So number of accuracy in the horizontal measurement and the height elevation, anything using the satellite, we can able to get the reading that the accuracy of the instrument values is depends on the number of satellite feed receiving in the particular area. So for that thing, we need to go to that particular one small area, that area will be open, it's not totally closed. Then the satellite field will not recover, will not occur in our GPS device. So due to that thing, we need to get the reading in the open area, that we can able to get the accuracy is too high. At the same time, the digital meter is the, and next one is the map page. The map page, you can able to see that one black arrow. The black arrow is represent ourselves, that is the particular lat long position of ourselves. From that lat long position, we can able to give another one lat long position, then it is give the way for that. Like a navigation also is already available in the handheld GPS. So next one is the waypoints. So waypoints, then we are going to get the reading as a for every area, as a location, elevation, everyone is changed for every location. But the particular area values is record for us ourselves, means they will mark the particular area. It is called as a waypoints. So the waypoints, they will for example, in that thing they will give the name 003 and location north 45 degree 25 minutes and west 80 degree 2 minutes and elevation 1000 means. In that same data will store in the computer. After that, it's stored in the memory. After that, from the memory unit, we can able to manipulate to the computer. From the computer, we can able to mapping the particular area values using the GIS software like RGS, Quantum GIS, lot of mapping softwares also there. And other features are tracking satellite and altimeter and trip computer and main menu. So tracking satellite means we need to get what kind of instrument, how many satellite is there, means that is a tracking satellite. Altimeter means it should for the height of instrument. Trip computer means our setting, our what's the odometer, what's the moving time. That thing from the odometer only they can able to easily identify the horizontal distance measurement also. And in the main menu there will trips, routes, marks. So find lot of things there. So mark mean that is the, we are going to mark the waypoints, then it is the mark. And you are going to identify a particular area, then it is the, you are giving the lat long for the particular area, then from your location to the location the navigation will started. The next one is the route, means number of location we will feed that the route will be created. Tracks means for the odometer reading. That's it. So next one is the software. So from this GPS data we will connect to the desktop, then a lot of software is there like MapSource, ArcView, TopoFusion and RGS, QGIS, NV, EDAS, lot of software is there. It will save the data. When we empty the data, then we can able to feed the any other data, because it is also as number of points limit is there, around 10,000 points only they can able to store in the handheld GPS. After that we need to remove, after that only we can able to add the new GPS points. So here we can able to map the particular area, means in that thing you can able to see the black patches in the black stops, and the one yellow line is be there. From that area they can able to formulate one starting point. They will fix a one waypoint. After that they will move and they will track that particular area, and they will finish using the waypoint mode. So the boundary is created. Like that wise we can able to create the point mode, line mode, polygon mode. So point mode it utilized for the one manhole representation, one tree representation, everything using the point mode representation is there. For example, on road network, on railway road area, on pipeline network, for that thing line mode is there. And next one is a polygon mode. For example, one area boundary, one village area boundary, one particular building boundary, one particular lake boundary, everything the polygon mode is there. And next one is the EDM plus theodolite. So EDM plus theodolite, this is the old traditional method. After that the composition is come on the tortoisization. In the tortoisization, electron is the EDM is directly infeed in the instrument. In that EDM it is send the signal pulse. In that laser in that signal pulse will fix in the prism, and it will be reflect to the tortoisization. From the travel time they can it is directly fix the horizontal distance, horizontal angle, vertical distance, and vertical angle also. So this is the features of the tortoisization. In the features of tortoisization is they will give the reading as x, y, and z mode only. So for every area they will give the latitude, longitude, and height information also. So it is more accurate, more user friendly. It is easily connect with the computers, and the instrument is waterproof, so it is not affected by the weather problems. At the same time, onboard software also the from this onboard software they can able to identify the height of the building and boundaries of the area calculation, everything, and layout, everything we within a fraction of second we can able to easily manipulate in the tortoisization. But the accuracy is too high, but the cost of the instrument is something costly. So features of tortoisization. In the features of tortoisization is the instrument will having the autofocus and atmospheric correction level also. At the same time it has two types. One is the prism and another one is the prismless tortoisization. Prism tortoisization means the in that tortoisization it has one prism. In that particular prism only the unit laser pulse will send, and that pulse will reserve to the tortoisization and they will get the reading. But in the prismless mode it will be send the signal to the obstacle. When the obstacle will occur, from the obstacle it will be generate the reading. So that's the parts of tortoisization. First one is the handle and the second screw, instrument height mark, battery cover, operation panel, tri patch clamp. But battery is a rechargeable battery only. It is also in the unit box. Base plate, leveling foot screw. It is also similar to the theodolite. 1 3 leveling foot screw is there. At the same time the leveling elevation, the leveling centering representation also it's similar to the theodolite, and display objective lens also is there. And this the object van side, and next one this the eye van side. So this the instrument. In that instrument first one is the onboard. In that thing only we can able to get the reading. Here function 1 2 3 4 key is the, and here number box will be there. In here menu everything is there, and power switch also is there. And this the object van side, here the eye van side. Here in that thing eye van object van the adjustment screw also is there. The I1 side screw is utilized to focusing the I1 is in the correct, and the diaphragm also represent the right level only. And here one bubble tube is there in the corner. In the bubble tube you can able to, in the hole you can able to see that the center of the position. So here we need to put a piece of stone. It is not necessary because the centering bubble is there, and horizontal and vertical bubbles also there for the leveling purpose. And this is the basic setup. This is the prism, and this is a tripod stand, and this is the connection cable for a computer, and this is the tripod stand leg, and this is the tortoise station. So this is the basic accessories of tortoise station. So in that total box, USB cable, serial cable, AD to DC converter, and the instrument, lens cap, and the rain cover, cloth, power charger, prism, holder, compass, everything will be there. So we already discussed this basic parts of tortoise station. So this is some basic some companies in the tortoise station. So okay, like a Trimble, lot of companies there. So accuracy of tortoise station. In the accuracy is too high in the tortoise station. For example, in angular accuracy is around 1 second in the tortoise station, but in the theodolite and jump in the compass surveying, it has around 1 degree 1 minute in the kind of variation is there. And at the same time, one time we can able to store around 20,000 points. From the distance measurement, we can able to identify the distance using up to 2 kilometer. So the range is also too high. It is a laser setup means we can able to calculate up to 2 kilometer. It's a infrared rays means we can able to calculate up to 4 kilometers. So this is the basic principle of tortoise station. We are going to identify the distance equal to total time into total time by 2 into velocity. So inside the tortoise station, this is the basic circuit diagram of the inside tortoise station. In that thing, we are going to giving the emitting circuit, receiving circuit. We are going to emitting circuit, then we are going to send the pulse reading, and it will be reflected by the prism. After that, it will come to the receiving unit. Everything is stored in the CPU because onboard software is also inside inside the tortoise station. So next one, how to set up the tortoise station. In the tortoise station setup also similar to the theodolite and dumpy level. We need to fix the leveling legs first. After that, we just fix the tripod shoes in the ground. We just place the instrument in the top of the tripod stand, supporting the instrument in the right hand only, and tightening the centering screw in the bottom of the unit using the left hand. Looking the optical plumb of eyepiece. From that thing, you can able to fix the surveying point or base point. After that, leveling. In that leveling, adjust the foot screws to center the surveying. It is also same like a leveling stock and theodolite. That thing for two screws, we are doing the same clockwise. Otherwise, we are doing the adjustment in the same anti-clockwise direction. After that, we will fix the C, because we need to fix. We will adjust the A and B screw means in the same direction. Then after that only we will fix the C screw. After that, when the leveling everything is on, that we will switch on the screen button. Then we will give the press we will press the tilt key. In the tilt key, any error is that, then it will be not occur what's the exact position. In that thing, we need to, we can able to see that x and y axis. What's the problem is that in that particular, the cross bubble will be occur in the middle of the position. For that thing, we need to adjust only the A and B screw only. So next one is the focusing and target sighting. So in that thing, we need to look the telescope of the eyepiece in the back side. After that, we can able to rotate the eyepiece in the clockwise. After that, we can able to see the object van very clearly. When we see the object van side means in that object van is connect with the ranging rod. At the top, it will be mount with the that particular prism. In that particular prism, we can able to send the laser pulse or infrared rays, that it will be sent by a unit. After that, we will get the reading, that reading will give the x, y and z value. After that, it will be directly get the reading. And next one is the eliminating parallax. Eliminating parallax, it is also used to by focusing the rectangle values only. After that, format of storage in rotation. When we get the number of points, that around 20,000 points also stored, what's the area, what's the values are stored means x is the north and y is the east and z is the elevation. That information will be stored, and description is our representation only. And this is the format of storage. It will be contain the x coordinate, y coordinate, z coordinate and tr. T's represent it's a representative unit, and it will be denote the page number and prism constant value and atmospheric correction factor. Everything will be there. And the battery power unit problems also will display in the unit. After that, soft key allocation. In the soft key allocation, that is the basic set of soft key allocation is the menu, tilt and EDM, MLM, offset, RAC and disturb coordinate set is there. So this is the soft key allocation. TAST means distance measurement, SHV means switch between the angle display and distance display. 0 means set the horizontal angle to 0 in the starting position. For example, we are going to identify the angle between A and B means we may set the angle in the A is 0, that to when we focusing the B, that the angle will directly occur around 30 degree or 60 degree like that. And quad means coordinate measurement, REP means repetition measurement. Repetition means we can able to, we already say that the horizontal angle measured by the repetition method or iteration method. Here in the repetition means number of times we may give the number of times means it is a repetition measurement. MLM means it's a missing line measurement. SY is a setup measurement. And offset measurement, record menu and ETM, setting ETM, set record horizontal angle means in that particular area any other horizontal angle is there means we can able to fix that thing. And this tilt means we can able to identify the adjustment is perfectly correct or not. So in that menu there is a lot of option already is there. From that thing we can able to identify calculating the surface area measurement also there, and switch between the unit changes. For example, we can able to get the reading in the meters, but we need to get the reading in the feet, then the changes switch also is there. At the same time, so the height of the instrument and target height, everything we can able to feed manually also. There is a lot of things is there. So this is the procedure. In this procedure, first we need to sight the first target first. After that, select the horizontal angle in the measurement mode. press the horizontal angle then and enter the required angle value. It is the starting point, then we will give 0. Otherwise, it is the middle point, then we will give that particular angle. After that, we just track the and focusing the second value is then the input is recorded. And next one is the distance angle measurement. In the distance angle measurement, we just fix the target first. After that, we may click the EDM information. We just focus the next point. The number of repetition time, we will see that angle variation. Every time the angle variation will be same. And REM is mainly used to identify the height of the unknown inaccessible location. For example, in the power lines in the top of the tower. For that thing, we need to identify the height of the building. In that thing, the remote elevation measurement is it's mainly used there. In that thing, we just click the 3 or 4 readings there. Within a fraction of second, it will give the relative heights based on the obstacle reflection mode. And next one is the missing line measurement. In the missing line measurement, it is also used to identify the inaccessible location area. And next one is the quad angle measurement. In the quad angle measurement, is used to identify the target height, instrument height, and azimuth angle and backside in the advanced mode. And next one is the resection mode. In the resection mode, it's mainly used to identify the whole values or low. From that thing, we can able to identify the inaccessible area also, and setting out also we can able to carry it out within a fraction of second. From that thing, we can able to calculate the curve effect and arc also, and offset also we can able to get within fraction of second. And surface area calculation, in that thing we need to fix the in what area we are we need, in which area we need to get the boundaries. Then that every corner of the boundaries we need to fix the prism and get the readings. From that readings we can able to calculate the reading within the onboard CPU. Here for that thing, the calculation we need to do the in the manually in the notes is not necessary. So hardwares. So in that hardwares are mini prism and downloadable cable, platter, prism pole, prism and target and total sheet. That's it. So how we can able to download the total system mean? For that thing, SoCalLink on software is in the SoCalLink software we can able to manipulate the manipulate the values, and that the same thing we can able to plat in the platting also is there. And next one is the platting softwares. For the platting softwares are like total sheet. For the platting like RJS, NV, EDAS, lot of software is there. That platting softwares mainly used for the purpose of contour, layout preparation, longitude section and cross section, road estimator, volume cutting and volume embankment. For that process is there. The platting softwares, other platting software also the Survey Pro, AutoCAD, AutoPlatter, CTS and so the basic variation of the instrument advantages is when we get the instrument, when we get the readings within very fast and the accuracy is too high. Within a single prism we can able to get the reading up to 4 kilometers also. The latitude and longitude also consider in that name of easting and northing, but in the advanced level of total station, latitude and longitude values is directly coming. It is called a smart station, and the each point will be named with different ID and code. From that thing we can able to calculate the values easily. At the same time we can able to do this survey using the night time also, but the instrument is too costly. So we need one surveyor and two person to hold prisms. And refractorless total in the refractorless total it's mainly used in the used to get the targets like a pole, wire, kill, top of the building, timber pile. For that thing they will get the reading, they will get the reading within a proper time. But in the reflectorless distance mode the prism is not necessary. And next one is the robotic totation. This is a simple robotic totation. In that thing Bluetooth wireless technology is also adapted. And next one is the smart station. In the smart station meaning is combining of total station plus GPS. It is called as a smart station. It has the non-prism function also, and it will be operated with the Bluetooth data processing and GPRS. Everything is there, and GPS unit also inbuilt is there. From that thing we can able to give the latitude and longitude information that particular area. Then we can able to get the we can able to get the horizontal distance measurement, horizontal angle measurement, vertical distance measurement, vertical angle measurement, area of the level calculation. Everything it is possible. At the same time the it will be produce the productivity